Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so I get a lot of suggestions over here on this channel that I should just do videos where I am simply cleaning things since I talk so much in my vlog about doing laundry, which I have right here, and cleaning up the kitchen, and I even made a joke over here about doing a video cleaning the toilet, and when I did that, people were like, I can't wait to watch a video where you're cleaning the toilet. I'm like, okay, that was a joke, but if you guys want me to do a video where I'm cleaning the toilet, I have no problem doing a video where I clean the toilet. So it's kind of funny about cleaning. I wouldn't necessarily say that if I had to make a list of like my top 10 or 20 things that I love to do, that cleaning would be at the top of them. But one of the things that I found at a very young age is that cleaning things, organizing things, I'm sure this is part of my OCD, but it reduces my anxiety and it makes me feel less stressed and things like that. And so it's kind of my go-to. I also know that I have many friends of mine that don't suffer from OCD and they clean a lot. My cousin Caroline, like every morning that she gets up, she wipes down all the kitchen counters and makes sure that everything's away and, you know, the kitchen's very clean. And I have a lot of friends of mine like that. My friend Tanya Jean, like before she leaves the house for the day, the living room is picked up and everything's put away and the kitchen, you know, table is clean and things like that. So I know there's a lot of people out there that are very similar to that, and it doesn't have anything to do with OCD traits. But I am somebody that I just find, I don't know, some kind of like peace and serenity off of cleaning things and doing laundry and folding laundry, especially folding laundry. I don't know what it is about that. But I find a lot of peace off of just folding laundry. So I actually was going to just film my vlog today. I wasn't going to film any other videos. And I had 2 loads of laundry that I had to fold that I was working on last night. And by the way, we always, in our house, we always have some kind of laundry going at any given time. So Alex or myself, we always have either towels in the washer or dryer, you know, clothes from the last couple of days, sheets that you know, things, we've always got things, you know, dish towels, things like that. We've always got things in the washer or the dryer. And I have to tell you, like, there was a long period, and I talked about this on my vlog for a long time. There was a long period where we didn't have a washer and dryer, and Alex and I would go to the laundromat, and it was actually something that we really enjoyed doing together. The laundromat that we would go to was one that was in Carmel, Indiana, where we both grew up, and it no longer exists. But we would go there like really late at night. It was a 24-hour laundromat, and we would go there really late at night, and we would get like fountain pops, and we would like get magazines like Us Magazine, and you know, we would read all the Inquirer, read all the gossip magazines to each other while we were like sitting outside waiting for our laundry to get done. But we would do it like maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks, and so we would literally like take all the bedding, all the laundry, everything that we had, and we would do it at one time. And so in like 3 or 4 hours, we would get everything done, folded, loaded up into the car, take it home, unload it, put it all away. And I don't know, there was just something very peaceful about the laundromat. I can still like smell the smell of the laundromat. And I mean, this laundromat was like ancient too. Like it had been around since like I was in high school. So 20, 30 years, it had been around, probably before I was in high school, you know? And so I loved going to the laundromat with Alex. It was kind of like, I know it wasn't really a date night, but it was kind of like, we would get like candy and chips and things like that. And just, I can remember we would go in the summer and we would sit outside on this like curb out there where we would park, and we would just like wait, and we would like hear the buzzer go off, and we'd go inside and like change it, you know, and whatever. It was just fun. And when I was a little kid, I can remember, you know, my mom did my laundry until I think I was like about 10 years old. I mean, she did my laundry after that, but I can remember she would have like certain days a week that she did laundry, and they would be like, you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, let's say, or something like that. And I can remember I asked for something specific that was dirty for school. Like I wanted to wear something specific. And my mom said to me, well, it's not washed because, I think it was the night before I asked her, and she said it's not washed because I don't do laundry every day. I do it like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I do like the, you know, the towels and the sheets and stuff on Mondays and Wednesdays. She explained it to me however she did it. And I was like, okay. And she goes, but why don't, this would be a good opportunity for me to teach you how to, there's kind of a funnier story at the end of this. But she said, why don't I teach you how to do your own laundry? And then at the, you know, then you'll be able to, if you, I'll still do your laundry, but if there's something that you want, then you can, you know, do it yourself. Well, immediately I fell in love with doing laundry, and then she showed me how to iron, and I was like ironing shirts and having them pressed in my closet to wear. I mean, it was like craziness. I loved it. Okay, I loved doing laundry from a very young age. The funny story about, so like my mom would still do my laundry, but if there was something that I wanted, like a shirt or whatever, I would wash it the night before, you know, and have it ready and ironed and everything the next day. I'm very proud of it too. I can remember as a little kid, my mom, we would watch, you know, all these old Alfred Hitchcock movies, and we would watch them in the kitchen, and she would put the ironing board up in the kitchen, and she would make like a pot of coffee in the percolator. And that's another video that's coming soon, is that I did a video over here making coffee in the percolator, but I'm going to do a video making coffee in a French press, and also making a pour over coffee, because I have all that stuff, and I just love coffee. So anyway, this is like a very fond memory of mine, of like on a Sunday night, my mom like putting the ironing board, this old like, you know, ratted laundry ironing board that we had forever, and then, you know, she would bring it, this is when we had the cans of like the starch, you know, spray, and she would like make these shirts and pants, and they would be like pressed with like, you know, she'd have everything, like she'd just hang these shirts, you know, and that would all be hanging in the kitchen. We'd be watching like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, like Rear Window, and she'd be drinking coffee and stuff like that, and those were just like really comforting like nights to me, I can remember. So I loved doing laundry from a very young age. There's something about the accomplishment of doing it to me, or just it's like just having everything clean and ready, and you know, like I just went through and cleaned out all of my clothes closet. So like in my walk-in closet in there's nothing in there that I can't just go and pull and put on. Like everything in there fits me. Everything in there is like I can pull just together an outfit. And it's like the first time, I know it sounds kind of corny, but it's like the first time in a really long time that that I know that everything in there fits me, that everything's clean, that I can go in there, I can just pull something out. And if you've looked at my Instagram lately, you'll probably see that I've been wearing different clothes. I've been like feeling better about that and trying on things. For example, like these what do you call them? Pajama pants. I haven't worn these in like years, and they finally fit me. They're actually kind of a little bit baggy on me. But, you know, for a long time, I would go into the closet, and this is why all my clothes were in the basement. Because when I said that, a lot of people were like, well, why were your clothes in the basement? Because what would happen is, let me push these towels out of the way, I would do a load of laundry, and then I would just go down there right out of the dryer. I would fold everything, and then we have an ironing board down there, which we rarely use, and by the way, we want to get a steamer. If anybody has a recommendation for a good steamer that's not like super expensive, that we could keep in our bathroom to steam stuff, let me know. But I would just like fold the stuff, and then I would put it on the ironing board, and then like for example, let's say if it was like this hoodie that I've been wearing because it's so cold lately at night to watch TV. If it was like this hoodie that I wanted, I would just go down there, and then I would have like all my jeans in a row, all my hoodies, all my t-shirts and stuff like that. And then I would just go down there, and everything in the basement, well, I would say everything that was on the ironing board fit me. And so I knew that, so I could just go down there into the basement, and then I could just, you know, pick up a folded hoodie and be like, okay, this fits, and then a pair of pajama pants and things like that. I'm sure I have some here, pajama pants. And then I could pull a pair of pajama pants, and that was my outfit for the night, and I knew that fit. When I would go into the closet to pick out an outfit, and I don't know, tell me if you guys do this, when I would go into the closet to pick something out to wear, the majority of the things that were in the closet didn't fit. They didn't fit well. They were uncomfortable. And these were things that had tags on them that were way too small. Or they were things that I never wore. I hadn't worn in like, you know, 10 or 15 years. There were things that like I bought, and I didn't really like them anymore. Because, you know, when I was so big that I was like, a 2XL at Target, like in a t-shirt, really wasn't even comfortable for me. And so I would buy like, but that was the only t-shirt, the Goodfellas t-shirts at Target that I would buy. I would buy them like literally in every color to go on vacation, but then I get back and I had only worn like the black and the white and maybe like a blue or something. So I would have orange and stripes and all this, and I wouldn't want them, you know? And so I had all this stuff in there, which the majority of which we have donated so far through a friend of ours, and we still have, I think, 6 bags in the basement. But everything in the closet now, I can walk in there, and it's clean, and I know that it fits, which is really, really exciting. So, I know that seems like something kind of silly. Look at these socks. Aren't these so cute? These tie-dye socks. I love them. This is the brand. Hold on. Oh, this is Bombas. I got these at Bombas. So anyway, Alex's friend Sarah got me hooked on Bombas. She got me a couple years ago. And so, yeah. So anyway, I know it sounds kind of corny, but like for me, it's a big deal that I can go into the closet and I can like, this sweatshirt is like, it is not like accentuating my good areas. It's like making me look like whatever, it's a sweatshirt. But, you know, like for the first time in a long time, I'm able to go into my closet, you know, and I know this is gonna sound corny, but it's like, I would say years ago with Alex, like Alex could, on a weekend, he could binge watch a show, and I was so jealous of that. And I know it sounds so silly, but I was, because I just did not have the patience to just sit still and just watch a show, you know? And now I can do that. But for a long time, I would also say, like, I was jealous that Alex, like, every morning or when we went out to dinner or whatever, he would go in there and he'd pull out you know, he'd have an idea in his head of what he wanted to look like. And so he'd go in there and pull the jeans, pull the boots, you know, or the shoes, pull the socks, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I'd just be like, okay, let's go down to the basement and pull a pair of jeans and a hoodie again, because that's all that fits. And now I'm able to not do that. And so it may sound superficial, like the weight loss is mostly about the clothes, which it's not. It's also about my health. But at the same time, I feel more confident in my own skin. And for the first time, and probably, I don't know, I mean, the last time I can remember feeling this way was when we got married. So it's 12 years ago. Because in that first year of being married, I put on like 10 pounds. For the first time in like 12 years. I actually am starting to feel confident about myself and my own skin and my body, and again, you know, and it's really nice. So, so it is kind of like a big deal to me. And so, I don't know, that all goes into it. Now, I'll tell you a funny story about when I was doing laundry back in the day. So, I was so, you know, proud of myself, and how I'm folding laundry right now is very, very slow, and probably not how I would do it. I just like looked at the camera. This is so funny talking about confidence. Like I just looked at the camera and I look so heavy in the sweatshirt right now. I mean, because it's just like not showing my good places and whatever. But the thing is, that's so funny about it is 4 or 5 years ago, I actually put these socks together wrong. Did anybody notice this? See, this is something that would drive me crazy. I just pulled out this sock and I was like, okay, you did not pair those socks right. That would drive me crazy. My husband, he does not care if he wears mismatched socks, but it would drive me crazy. This Smith shirt that somebody sent me years ago is like my favorite concert t-shirt of life. It's a little wrinkled. That's my other thing too, is if stuff gets too wrinkled, I have to like put it in the wrinkle set on the dryer, but this is not too wrinkled, so it'll be fine. Going to a meeting with my good Judy Tanya jean tonight, so I might wear this with a flannel shirt. I think that might be kind of like a jean jacket or something. Oh, I have that Levi's jean jacket that didn't fit me. I bet it fits me now. That has like the fleece inside of it. Oh, found the match, this sock. So when I started doing laundry, I was so excited to do it that I wanted to do it like for my mom and, you know, the dog and everybody. And so this one time, my mom had, like, she would have piles on the basement floor because it was in the basement. It was like this unfinished basement that had cement floors. And so she would put like, you know, all of her stuff, like her whites in one area, you know, all that kind of stuff, sheets in one area, whatever. Well, she had this pile of stuff and it was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 white t-shirts and then it was a bra. And so I just like threw it in to the washer and took it out, put it in the dryer. Okay, my mother was very big breasted her entire life. I've talked a lot about it on my vlog. It was something that my mom's dream, she would always say, because my dad's a retired plastic surgeon, but they got divorced when I was very young. And my mom would always say, I can't believe I was married to a plastic surgeon and I never got my dream of that he didn't refer me to somebody to have my dream of a breast reduction. My mom always wanted to have a breast reduction. Just as a side note, like this is because this is kind of a story time. I've told this on my vlog before, but my mom, when she was in, I think she developed very, very early. And when she was in junior high, my mom's stepdad found boys looking in her window. And when the police came, because my mom's stepdad went outside and whatever, and then called the police. And when the police came, and this would have been, my mom graduated in 61, so this would have been like 57, 58. The police said to my mom, when you go to school, do you wear tight sweaters to entice the boys? Like, are you doing things to accentuate your breasts to make the boys want to come over and look in your windows? They basically victim shamed my mother. My mother carried that with you. This is where when people say things to me like, oh, you were bullied in high school, get over it. We don't really realize I didn't think this video was going to get deep. I thought I was just going to fold some towels and stuff. But that's where we don't really realize the stuff that affects us. My mom carried that with her her entire life. She was very, very ashamed of her breasts, the size of her breasts. My mom was 5 foot, about a couple years before my mom passed away. She had seen this Oprah Winfrey episode about if you got your breast sized appropriately and got the right size bra, that it would take away from back pain. My mom suffered from horrible, horrible back pain. The later part of her life, she mostly wore just a jogging bra. And she would just like wear it like, you know, like a tank top jogging bra kind of thing. She would wear that every single day, like underneath whatever she was wearing. And she would joke and she'd say, it almost kind of gives me like a uniboob because it just pushes everything together. So she finally went and she got sized. I think she went to Nordstrom and got sized. And she called me up on the phone. I'll never forget it. And she was like so embarrassed. And she's like, I cannot believe this. My mom thought she was a triple D her whole life. And I said, Mom, what is it? And she goes, I went and got sized. She was like, I didn't even know they made bras this big. And I go, okay, what's, and she was like, I'm a J. And she's like, I didn't even know, like, she goes, I thought I'd been a triple D. Well, what she realized was that because she wasn't wearing the right size bra, her breasts were so heavy, it was like really affecting her body. Not to mention that my mom had her entire life, since that police officer said that to her, that she had like tried to hide her breasts and things like that, when like she would always wear really high collared stuff, because she said that men would immediately go right to her breasts and look at her breasts and things like that, and then it would bring on all that shame. When my mom got sober, she felt completely different about that. My mom started wearing a lot of V-neck t-shirts, and she's like, if they want to look at my breasts, they can look at my breasts. I don't really care. And, you know, and so she started finding her confidence again when she got sober and she started talking about those things. But, you know, that's like one of those things that you carry with you your entire life. So I washed my mom's bra. It was a wire bra. I don't know. I'm not aware of bras today because I'm gay and I'm married to a man, and you know, at my friend Tony Jean's house, if she's doing laundry, I'll see one on the floor, stuff like that. But I don't know. My mom was like one of the only people I remember like that hung a hose in the shower. Do you guys remember those days? People don't do that anymore, do they? To clean a hose, and that had, you know, wire bras. And so I didn't know. I was just trying to do something nice. My mom, I put this wire bra in the dryer. Have you ever put a wire bra in the dryer? My mom went crazy. I mean, she was so nice about it. She was like, oh my God, what did you do? She was like, don't ever wash mom's bras again. It was like this, the wire and the bra. Apparently wire bras are very expensive. I did not know that. So anyway, this was this cute little sweater that I hadn't worn in like 15 years, and I wore it to a little dinner date that Alex and I had. It washed really well. I was kind of afraid when I washed it. Although I kind of thought it looked like that Wish brand a little bit, because it has like the hoodie with the sweater and stuff like that. But it didn't look like that on. I wore it with a sweater. But yeah, so like laundry's always been kind of like this homey thing for me. I can remember my mom and I watching Little House on the Prairie, and they would do the laundry and things like that. And so I just am always very relaxed and calm, which is probably why I'm telling all these stories while I'm doing laundry, because I just feel very relaxed and calm about that, you know? Isn't it strange, the things that happen to us in childhood that people tell us to get over, or you don't even know why? It can be like an instant, you know? It's like, it can be just something that happens like just a moment in time. Like I always remember that movie, like Lost in Translation. This is another shirt that I hadn't worn in forever. It's like this polo shirt from Goodfellow by Target. I think it's real cute. The last time I tried to put this on years ago, it was skin tight on me and wouldn't even go over my belly, and now it's baggy on me. But I think it's cute anyway. So I think I wore it actually for a video. Or wore it in videos. I remember being on a trip with my dad and my stepmom. I probably would have been about 12 at the time. 12 or 14 maybe. No, my stepmom didn't come into the picture until I was 12. So this would have been when I was probably 14. 13 or 14. And we were, I believe, in St. Martin. And this couple came in. And I just remember they were like just such a cool looking couple. And he had like jeans and a white button down t-shirt on, you know, and like sandals. And she had like this long white dress on. And that we were like in this casino. And she was like, and they just looked like, I thought they stepped off of like some kind of sailboat. Since that moment, I have thought about those two people. I have no idea who they are, if they're together today, if they had kids, if they got married, if they just met that day. I don't know anything about them. There was like, we were playing roulette, and I remember she came up next to me and stuff like that. But like, you know, like when somebody walks in a room and like just like they just like take all the air out of the room. To this day, like they are for me the definition of coolness. And I always think about them, you know? And that was like one month. And that was literally, I probably didn't even see them more than like 3 to 5 minutes, you know? So when we talk about the things that don't impact us, here's something else that never fit me before, and I love the sweater I got at a thrift store. It's this University of Iowa sweatshirt. That's so cute. But anyway, I actually tore off, I think, yeah, this part and took the thing out of it. But, you know, when we think about those things that don't really affect us, but that we carry them through the rest of our entire lives, it's like, you know, Grandma has that great, you know, recipe for macaroni and cheese. Where's my one sock? Where'd it go? I got one gray sock left. Oh, my Lord, thank God. There is peace in the universe. But, you know, it's like, okay, I'm joking because I didn't like my grandma's macaroni and cheese. Caroline did. But it's like, you know, Grandma has that macaroni and cheese recipe and everybody wants to carry it on with them for the rest of their lives, right? And everybody's like, oh, it's Grandma's mac and cheese. And oh my God, it tastes just like Grandma's mac and cheese. Or no, it doesn't taste enough like it, blah, blah, blah. And we call that a tradition, right? Something that we grew up with, something that we always had. But having these moments in our lives of things that profoundly affect us, positively or negative, you know, like the bullying affected me, I think, in very negative ways growing up, but I think that I actually grew from it as a human being and gained strength from it. Doing laundry with my mother at a young age is one way that I still to this day seek peace and serenity. And you know, what's interesting is I'm sitting here and I'm folding the laundry, telling you guys stories about my life, and in all honesty, that's what I did with my mom when we would, you know, fold towels and fold laundry and stuff like that. Is, you know, we would sit around and she would tell me stories about her and my Aunt Kathy eating tuna fish salad sandwiches on Friday night, sitting on the roof of their house after they both come out or got home on dates or going out with their friends, and they would swap stories. And, you know, she'd tell me all kinds of stuff about when she was growing up. I don't know. It's those things that happen to us when we're younger, I think, are permanent structures of who we are today. And I'm not scared to admit that. I think when people are like, why do you keep on talking about this stuff? Why do you will never let the past go? You know, there's a saying in recovery, and the saying is that that we do not regret the past, nor do we close the door on it. I don't want to live in the past. I don't want to live in the future. I want to live in today. That's something I'm really practicing, is to live in today. But I don't want to forget it either, because a lot of it formed me into who I am today. But a lot of it, it's just really great memories. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for helping me do laundry. Bye.